All these applications that we be filling out is securities. I'm talking about job applications, loans, car loans, mortgages, all that shit is a security. Credit applications, student loans, all that shit is securities. When you giving it back, you gotta remember, if you give somebody something, UCC 1-201, part 24, it defines money. Then look up financial assets. Then look up adverse claims. Adverse claim is a person that has property interest in a particular financial asset, and it's illegal for them to hold that property interest, and they will have an adverse claim from that. Your indictments, that's a security. Look under Title 48, bonds and insurance, and it's going to talk about the standard forms that I was previously talking about. 24, 25, 25A, 273, 274, 275, 14, 14, 14, 15. Go look it up. Anytime bonds and securities and insurances are required, meaning your car insurance too. Indictments where they issue you a bond, these forms got to be filled out. They have to be. And before you get issued a bond, you're going to ask your lawyer for a bond hearing. What they got to do? Fill out them forms. And they are entitled under Title 48 to fill that shit out. And I'm giving you the source. I'm not ready to just tell y'all some bullshit. So getting back to the securities. And when you filling it out, like when you go to the bank and make a deposit, and the reason that they say that you're abandoning these things is because under accounting terms, when you give something on a financial asset, they owe the value back to you. But check this, they take your asset, your credit application, and say, hey, we got a $10,000 loan for you. Then you take it. Then they come back and be like, hey, I got a $150,000 mortgage loan for you. Then they come back and be like, hey, I got a $5,000 personal loan for you and shit. Oh, we got a $40,000 loan for your car. And you don't know when you're filling out the application what's going on, because it's recorded as something that's owed back to you. Say the shit worth $100,000. Then they end up giving it back to you under terms and conditions. That adds interest payments to them. So now your asset is being abandoned in that moment. And even though they owe you that value back, how the fuck they gonna say a lender came and gave you the bread? No. They bought the contract out so that you could get the money now. And those lenders are gonna wait for all the payments and interest and all that shit from securitizing that investment contract. Because you're signing a investment contract. You're an undisclosed party to a investment contract. And this is how I'm going to prove that it's a security. So now they have did a fraudulent misrepresentation. And they've used deceptive trading practices. And that could be proved also whether you're talking about a light bill or a loan or a mortgage or whatever. Phone bill, any application that you fill out with your name, signature, social, date of birth. Meaning any application that you initially invest in. There are 4,400.